Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we are talking Will and Jada Pinkett Smith are in the news because of Tasha K. Is Tasha K about to get sued again? Is she about to owe another $4 million judgment against another celebrity, you guys? Why has she not learned her lesson with the Cardi B situation? Why hasn't she learned? She hasn't, you guys. She has not learned her lesson. And what am I talking about, right? Because I purposely waited a few days to see what the fallout of this Tasha K interview was going to be before I wanted to make a video because I knew that Will and Jada were going to respond in some fashion, right? And so basically what happens, this guy who's claiming that he's been friends with Will and Jada for, decades and all of the things, decides to go on Tasha K and do this, tell-all interview, revealing things about, Will Smith's manhood, revealing all these things, alleging that Will Smith and Dwayne Martin engaged in sexual activity and that he supposedly, allegedly walked in on them and said that Will Smith was quote-unquote getting murdered, getting attacked, getting all these things. It was a massacre. It was a crime scene and all of these things, alleging all of these things. And I'm like, this is too far. This is too far. This is inappropriate. And, how convenient to pick on the one rumor that, has been around, for years, right? But nobody has been able to basically back up the claims, right? And so, Tasha K is thinking, oh, well, this is a supposed friend of all these decades, so he's got to be credible, right? And I was like, something doesn't smell right, because if you're somebody's friend of 40 years, you're not just going to randomly go to Tasha K, right? Out of nowhere. There has to be a catch, right? Which was the same thing that happened with the Cardi B situation, was somebody was pissed. Somebody was pissed, somebody was upset, and they thought they were doing some type of get back by doing this expose with Tasha K, which turns into basically you slandering and flat out lying on somebody, right? So I was like, let me hold off and let me see what Will and Jada say before I do this video. And so Will comes out via a statement basically, denying the claim, saying these are completely fabricated, completely false, all of the things. And Jada Pinkett Smith, who is still doing a press tour on her memoir, was on The Breakfast Club and also was on TMZ, but was on The Breakfast Club and basically said that they're suing. Basically said that this is a disgruntled person who, essentially was working on Will Smith's memoir. Remember Will Smith's tell-all, his memoir that came out a couple of years ago? Apparently, this guy is alleging that he had paid out of pocket for some expenses or some things that pertain to the book or some type of contribution to the book. And he was looking now at the end of 2023 to get compensated for it, right? And so Will Smith apparently gave him a number, gave him a dollar amount of what he was going to pay him for what he felt those out-of-pocket services entailed. And he was not happy. He was not happy with the amount that Will Smith offered him. And so he decides, okay, well, since I'm not happy with this, I'm going to go to Tasha K. I'm going to go to Tasha K and do what I call an expose on Will. And I knew this was going to backfire. And, not only did Jada say on The Breakfast Club that they intend to sue, that they're going to be taking legal action, but also she said that they're going to be suing on TMZ. And I don't think they're bluffing, you guys. Because here's the thing. Like I said, outside of all the marital drama, and I've been vocal about the marital drama, that we don't need to know about it, that we don't need to hear about it, that should not be the purpose of anything. We don't care, right? Because at the end of the day, if you're just going to stay married when it's all said and done, what was the point, right? What was the point of all of this, right? But to slander somebody, to just completely come after Will, who does not bother anyone, you guys. Outside of the Chris Rock incident, we have never really heard anything negative about Will Smith, about his character, about his behavior, or anything that. Everybody who has worked with him, everybody who's met him, everybody who knows him says that he's nice, that he's a funny guy, that he's pretty, chilled, laid back, all of these things. So I have no idea why there is this attack on Will all of a sudden, right? Separate from the Chris Rock thing, right? That now all of a sudden, this person who supposedly has known Will Smith all these decades now wants to foam at the mouth and run to Tasha K and just completely slander the guy, right? All because you're not happy with the dollar amount he provided you. And this reminded me of what happened similarly with Steve Harvey and Marjorie Harvey. Remember over the summer and earlier this year, there were these rumors that Marjorie Harvey was cheating on Steve Harvey, and it was alleged against like two different people, like a chef and like somebody else. However, it came out that basically it was a disgruntled person who also got fired by the Harveys. So therefore, they thought that they were doing something salacious by leaking to a blogger that, Marjorie Harvey is a cheater and all these things. And the first time, they alleged somebody, but then the second time that they alleged another person, the story actually went viral. So then at that point, Steve Harvey had to come out and basically equivocally deny this, right? But I just don't understand, right? These people who have these access to, especially with Black Hollywood, right? You have access to Black Hollywood. You have access to go on the best events, go on these extravagant trips. You get to be in their mansion and all of these things. And then you feel a certain type of way. You get to a point where you feel entitled, that you feel that you deserve to be on the same playing field as these A-listers when you were not with them shooting in the gym. When you are not responsible for their acting career, when you are not responsible for them being a comedian, when you are not responsible for them having #1 hit songs, right? You're just somebody who they've known and they said, you know what? I think I trust you. I'm going to employ you to do X, Y, and Z for me, right? But at some point in time, and instead of accepting the position for what it is, people want to do more, right? They want to do more. They want to elevate. They want to try to, rise up and get to these high-level positions with these A-listers and try to make something of themselves. And then when something does not go their way, or they feel that they should be compensated way more for something, something goes left. Something goes left, and next thing you know, they're fired. Next thing you know, they're fired, or we find out there was an extortion attempt because they were trying to get more money out of said celebrity because of, them being worth hundreds of millions of dollars, right? But people need to realize that's not how this works. If you have a contract saying, hey, this is going to be your salary, and that's it, and X, Y, and Z for overtime, that's what it's going to be. And if there is no written documentation for this alleged friend of these decades of Will Smith in regards to whatever out-of-pocket contributions that he made towards this book, if there is nothing in writing that says that he was supposed to be compensated for this book, if there is nothing in writing that indicates that he has a fight on his hands, that he is right to request in excess a certain dollar amount than what Will Smith provided for him, he doesn't have a case. He doesn't have a case, and that's why he went to Tasha K. He knew he didn't have a case, right? But what I don't understand with Tasha K is why she would take this. Why she would do this, thinking that this is going to be a smoking gun, thinking, that her winos and everybody's going to eat all this up, knowing she still owes Cardi B $4 million, knowing that she has lost the case, she has lost the injunction, she has lost the appeal, she has lost the bankruptcy case, and is starting to now spiral, right? Because now financially it is finally hitting Tasha K, the impact of her actions, you guys. So what I do not understand is knowing this impact and even trying to have a faux pas with Cardi B in hopes that Cardi B, basically waives the $4 million fee. Why in the heck would you now take on another interview with somebody else doing the same thing that Cardi B's former associate or what have you at the strip club did? and thinking that this was going to turn out well for you, right? Yeah, you're going to get the views. You're going to get tons of people, thousands of views that are going to view this because they're going to be like, ooh, this is hot tea or whatever. And I have no idea, you guys, why all of a sudden it is hot tea to try to expose somebody's sexuality, especially in Black Hollywood, you guys. I will never for the life of me understand it, right? It is one thing if there's like a cheating scandal or, you know, something inappropriate that's happened. But the sexuality claims and like the STD claims, I never understand why that's like, oh my gosh, this is like a gotcha. Who cares? Are you sleeping with these people? Are you romantically involved with these people? So why do you care what they're doing behind closed doors? Because I sure don't, right? I sure do not. And I have no idea why people think that we care. Just like, because that's why I didn't care about what Jada was revealing. I felt we didn't need to know. Because at the bottom line is if you're going to stay married anyways, whether you're separated and still married or decide to get back together and stay married, what does all this mean? Other than you're trying to get book sales or you're trying to get people to watch Red Table Talk, right? But outside of that, what was the point? What was it? It felt like it was some type of get back to Will for his alleged cheating or whatever over the years, right? With, I'm sure, other actresses and alleged models and whoever else that Jada felt a certain type of way about. It was like, okay, this is my opportunity. This is my time. But to basically regurgitate the same Dwayne Martin rumor that's been out forever, that nobody can have concrete receipts on that it actually is true, is where, you know, the disconnect is for me. And this is why Will and Jada will have a case against Tasha K. Because they're not just going to sue this former friend or whoever that decided to go on Tasha K. Tasha K is going to be on the hook as well. Because she agreed to have this interview. This was on her platform. And what she's going to do is she's going to parlay it and continue to do more videos and more content off of it because of what was revealed. The same thing that happened with the Cardi B situation was, again, it got a lot of views. It got a lot of people that were tuning in to get the tea, to get the hot gossip, to find out, you know, Cardi B allegedly had all these things that turned out not to be true. And those were her highest viewed videos. And she refused to take those videos down because those were her highest viewed videos. And the same thing is repeating itself now. You have somebody who is pissed off at the Smiths, pissed off they didn't get paid a certain amount of money. And now all of a sudden, after years of being around them and being in their inner circle, you want to go to Tasha K of all people and quote unquote expose them. And not just expose them, but really, you know, reveal inappropriate information about their intimate details and all of these things. And unless you're physically there, why does this matter to you? What they're doing behind closed doors. If you are just supposed to be the employee, if you're supposed to be the person who is getting paid for specific services that you're contributing to these A-listers, right? So for me, I just don't see what the point of this was other than to get, you know, some clickbait, to get, you know, a quick buck, get a whole bunch of views off of something. But what does it all mean in the end if Will and Jada Smith are going to sue you? And say what you want, like I said, about their marriage and their personal life and their unconventional ways of however they want to reveal that information. But as far as their image is concerned, separate from the Chris Rock incident in their marriage, it's been pretty clean cut if we're keeping it a buck. And they have a strong legal team. They have a strong team of people who are in their inner circle who make sure everything is on point with them. So I have no idea why you would go on a slander campaign against the Smiths. It is one thing, like Jada said on The Breakfast Club, she said it's one thing if you have an opinion, right? If you have an opinion, whether you agree or disagree with something as it pertains to Will and Jada, right? But to flat out slander them, flat out make accusations with zero receipts, and then to go on a platform like Tasha K, who is known for, you know, getting these salacious interviews with people, but 9 times out of 10, when it's in relation to an A-list celebrity, 9 times out of 10, it's somebody who's disgruntled It is somebody who no longer has access or was looking to get paid a certain dollar amount, and that didn't materialize for them. So they think by going to Tasha K, since she's going to get the views and she has 1 million subscribers on YouTube, that is going to get their story out there. But they don't think about the repercussions. They don't think about the consequences of going on Tasha K, especially after this Cardi B thing, right? For some reason, they think, oh, I'm going to get my story out there. And that's going to be my payback. That's going to be my get back. But now you're going to have legal problems, right? Now Tasha K may have to call up Olga again for all this nonsense, right? And now this person who claimed to be friends of all these years of Will Smith is also going to need to get an attorney, right? Because you completely went on another platform and just flat out slandered him, but you tried to extort Will Smith first, right? So I have no idea what the thought process was in thinking that going on Tasha K was going to, force Will Smith to pay you the money that you want? Like what were you thinking to get out of this exactly? Because I know what Tasha K wants to get out of this, but unfortunately this is not going to work out for her because everybody, the entire world, saw what happened with Cardi B. And all these people, especially these black celebrities, are going to be on high alert when it comes to Tasha K. So I have no idea why she would go this route again. Unless you have concrete receipts to back up what you're trying to say in regards to some type of salacious tea and all these things, keep it. Keep it, right? Because after what happened with Cardi B, there should be no reason that people should feel bold enough to be on Tasha K just saying anything and making any type of allegations against any of these A-listers, you guys, and not think that there's not going to be repercussions when it's all said and done. So there is that. So let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.